for people to start joining. And then we'll get started with this webinar. The theme for the webinar is custom appointments grid, control what you see and how you see it. We're basically going to be going or covering a feature that we have on Opendock that allows for customizing a little bit what you see on the grid in terms of appointment information. And so we're going to be covering how that feature works, how to set it up, and then how to accommodate best to your needs at your facility and the information that you need to see the most. It's probably going to be a very quick one, so very open to listening to or hearing questions or comments that you guys might have. I'll share with you guys in a second how you guys can contribute to this webinar by adding questions or by sharing some use cases or some things that you guys see, even ideas of what you guys would like to see on Opendock as well. All right, I think that we can get started. Custom appointments grid, control what you see and how you see it. This is the theme for the webinar. I'm going to be hosting it. I'm the senior project manager for Opendock. Tyler Brewbottom is also here with us. He's going to be helping us on the chat, answering questions, and adding more to you guys' comments on the chat as well. A few housekeeping rules just for us to keep in mind. Use the chat for questions. So we have a Q&A, a chat for you guys to type in whatever it is that you guys want to share with us. If you guys have any questions, Tyler will be addressing those and helping with answering those. But feel free to type in comments, ideas as well to the chat. You guys won't be able to speak up or say anything out loud because on this webinar you can only type in and use the chats for that. So make use of that, please. Recording notice. So this is being recorded and it will be added and shared. Will be added to a directory for all of our webinars and shared with you guys after this session. After the session, we'll also share a few resources and contact details for further assistance for you guys. Getting started with what is the custom appointments grid. This is a feature that we've added to Opendock a while back, coming mostly from the need our customers and users have to, hey, I need to have specific appointment information being in my face and easy for me to pinpoint instead of having whatever it is that is the order of the appointments field of my appointments. So we created this more flexible interface for the appointments. It lets you choose, and we ordered the fields displayed on each of the appointments or on the tiles for the appointments, and is really designed to adapt to your workflow and priorities. Say, for example, that you have a field in there, pallet count. And pallet count is one of the last things that perhaps whoever is scheduling the appointment will be filling out, but you need to be seeing that on the grid at all times. So you can move that to be the top field and fitting perfectly in your tile of the appointment or in the slot for the appointment so that you can just look at the grid and see that information right away. And that is the same for tags and any other appointment information. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to coordinate that or how to order that and how to organize that information so that it accommodates to you guys' needs. Key benefits. Quick access to important details, carrier names, load types, reference numbers, tags, specific appointment information like pallet count, like I mentioned. Tailored views, so instead of having something that is what Opendock provides, you can pretty much customize it to your needs, and you can switch and change it if ever your appointment information changes or if the way that you operate changes, you can customize that as well. Fewer clicks means faster decisions. So we know that on Opendock, with you guys using Opendock, there's a whole lot of things happening at the same time, not just on Opendock, but other systems as well. So we're fully aware that things on Opendock need to be simpler, easy to catch, easy to see, so that you guys can make the fast decisions and smart decisions, right? So that's what we're always aiming to do, is provide more and more visibility and always facilitating the workflows. What we're going to cover today is how to enable the custom appointment grid if you guys want to do that, how to select fields that matter the most to you, and how to reorder them to support your process. And for that, I am going to just go into my demo account. This is my grid view without my appointments, and this is the default grid view. So you will see that the tiles or the information on the appointment is not fully occupying the appointment tile. There's a gap in here, and then it starts with the SCAC code, and then the hour of the appointment, reference number, but then it goes into the low type, and it's pretty much the same thing for all of my appointments. It doesn't quite fit this screen space really well. And if I want to look at specific information, for example, pallet count, it's not displaying very well in all of the appointments. So to accommodate for that, and another thing too that our customers always commented on is that, hey, I need a better visibility of what's an inbound and what's an outbound appointment. With the default or the old grid view, so to speak, it's kind of blending over with everything else on the appointment information, the direction of the appointment being outbound or being inbound. So you guys will see with the custom grid, it's a little bit different and perhaps a little bit easier for you guys to just pinpoint, this is an inbound appointment, this is an outbound, and this is all the information that I need to see. So going over to warehouses, selecting the warehouse, settings, you will find a setting under warehouse settings. It's called custom appointment grid. This is the one that we're looking for. And basically what we want to do is enable it. Once we enable it, we will see, these are all my appointment fields, by the way. And as if I create more appointment fields, they're going to be displayed in here as well. So what I can do is just reorder these fields according to what I want to see up top or first on that grid. And I can also use this to remove unnecessary information and clean up my view a little bit more. Example, well, I don't really need the start time of the appointment because I'm already looking at the grid and the time is already there. So I don't need that time on the tile of the appointment occupying all that space. That's one example. Another one, confirmation number. I mostly use reference number or PO number. The confirmation number of the appointment is not all that important to me, so I can remove this from the view. Does this mean that I'm removing this information from the appointment? No. It just means that you're removing the information from the grid view or from the tile view of the appointment. It will always remain as part of the appointment information, but it will clean up a little bit more that view that you have on the grid. So tags to me is super important. Pallet count to me is super important. The low type name, it's okay, but carrier name is also very important. So you can really order things and maybe put reference number up on top. You can reorder things to really bring the visibility to what you need to see. Once I save my settings, that new view is applied. So if I go back to my appointments, you guys will see that this looks different, right? So I have a clear indication of inbound, outbound right here, big and very much in my face. Tags. If the appointments have tags, they're up top on my as part of the information of my appointment. Pallet count is another information that I brought up a little bit more. So, and you can see that that empty space or that empty sort of like those gaps in information that didn't contain anything, they're not here anymore because the tile is really accommodating to showing me or displaying the more information that as possible. So this one is a good example. It shows me the inbound, the reference number, the pallet count. This is the low type, and then special handling instructions. The question marks are for when the field is not filled out yet. So there's no information about this one, but if as I fill it out, it's going to be showing the information that has been inputted into the appointment. So this gives us a better view, I think, in terms of especially making information that I need to see right away when I look at the appointment more visible. This is pretty much how it works. If you guys want to switch it up, and so let me go back into the settings and switch it up a little bit, just so that you can see how that kind of accommodates to changes on the appointment information. So I go to custom grid. Let's say that, hey, I don't want to see anything else other than pallet count and tags. Save settings, go back. That's it. Pallet count and tags. And of course, the information of inbound, outbound. This is the only thing that you guys cannot customize. We're showing this for each and every appointment, but you will see if there are tags to the appointment, that's going to be the first information. If there's no tags, then it's going straight to pallet count, nothing else on the appointment. So it's much cleaner. As I add tags or as I add more information here, if I add a tag, for example, that annoying driver, there you go. So the tag is going to be showing first, the pallet count is going to be showing second. This is kind of how you guys can, and then if I update the information in pallet count, say changes, that's going to be applied here on the grid right away, easy for me to see. As you guys can see, when I hover over the appointment, all the other information that I'm hiding from this tile view, it's all in there. So I have the dock name, I have the load type, I have the confirmation number, the reference number, I have everything. So I'm not deleting anything, I'm just hiding it or cleaning up a little bit the view on the grid. If you guys have any questions or have any specific use cases for this that you guys would want for me to play around with our test, feel free to use the comments for that. But that's the main goal of this feature, is to provide an easier, cleaner visibility of what is the most important information on the appointment to help you guys make quicker decisions. And thinking about that, tags is also a very important thing, right? It's also something that most of our customers use on a daily basis. And so I want to cover that very briefly as well, so that you guys can learn how to make the most out of it. If you go to my organization and appointment tags, you will see that you guys can create tags. So let's do a May webinar tag. You can color code it to the color that you guys want to use this for. There you go. Go click on add. That tag is added. And if I go to my appointments, I can just come in here and add that tag to my appointment. Some tags, however, or some things that you might want to add to the appointment can be one-offs, and you don't necessarily need to add a tag that's going to be there on that list, always available for the appointments. Some of our customers, for example, they use tags to sort of depict the dock doors for where this appointment is happening. So for example, I can add a one-off tag that says door 13, and then that's added in here. This is one way that you guys can easily add or bring information to the appointment without necessarily having to create an official tag or to create a specific appointment field for it. You can use the tags to kind of add one-off, sort of like very visual information that someone needs to look at, being handled by John, for example, or just John, so that I know that this is the person that is tied to this appointment. So you guys can use these custom tags or this one-off tags to add information that you want visible on the grid, especially if you use the custom grid view to clean up the appointment information that you don't need in here, highlight tags or bring tags up top. And then you can use this one-off tags to add the informations that are interchangeable. Sometimes they get updated very quickly. You don't want to turn them into an official appointment field. You also don't want to use them as official tags, but you can just create a tiny little note to the appointment that can be seen on the grid. So that's another thing too that I wanted to show you guys. And I think it could be very helpful for you, especially bringing visibility and seeing things without having to look for information or details all that much. This is it, guys. When it comes to the custom grid view, it's a very simple setting, very simple to set up and very simple to customize. So just as a recap, going to warehouses, office, or this is my warehouse, settings, custom appointment grid, enabling this setting and unclicking or checking on the fields that you guys want to see. Use the little arrows here to reorder these fields, move them down, move them up on the line, or on this queue of fields that we have, and play around with the visibility. Because you guys can come in here, play around with this, move a field up, remove a few fields, see how that, or have a feeling for what that looks like, and then save the settings, and then you're good to go. If you need to change it right away, you can do that, and it's very easily to be applied to the changes, or to apply the changes that you guys made. If you don't want to use this anymore, or if it doesn't really make sense to you guys, you can always go back in here, disable this setting, and it goes back to that default original setting or visibility setting for the appointments. So practical, easy to implement, easy to remove. I highly recommend you guys using this for organizing the information shown on the appointment grid. That's all I had for today, guys. If there are any questions or comments on the chat session, I think this would be a great time for us to address those. Here a few notes on additional help and resources. You guys have your account managers, so reach out to them if you guys have any additional questions, if you guys want to learn more about one thing or another. Visit our community. We update articles on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, how to do this, how to do that. If you want to make the most of Opendock and its features, visiting the community is a good place because it will give you a play-by-play on all of our features. And we even have a place for all of our release notes. So everything that's coming into our application, everything that's new features, bug fixes, all of that goes into those release notes as well. Register and attend upcoming webinars. We've been conducting these webinars monthly, and we've done pretty great webinars that I think could be interesting to a lot of you guys on gate management, on our new YMS. We'll be doing one very soon on low type forms. So this is one that's been very highly anticipated and waited for customers, is the ability to create a different set of fields. And let me give you guys a little sneak peek into that. Ability to create fields based on appointment load types. Let's say, for example, that your inbound operation is completely different from your outbound operation. So your inbound appointments could require different information from whoever is scheduling the appointment than the outbound appointment. You'll be able to do that using these features, just have a completely different set of fields per inbound load types and outbound load types. Another example is, let's say, for example, that you want to have a specific document being requested for one specific load type, but not all others. So you can have that as well. You'll be able to just have specific fields, and they could be upload of documents, information, anything that you guys might need. You can have that on a per load type basis. And you can even group up load types, like I said, based on inbound, outbounds, or based on, type of commodity, and create different sets of fields for this specific load types. This is coming up very soon. We're looking for customers that are interested in this and might want to pilot this. I think it ties really well to what we've been talking about, which is the information that you see on the appointment, making decisions faster, being able to kind of like funnel down to the precise information that you need for each of those appointments. And I think that kind of talks really well with the visibility on the grid, what information you want to collect for each of the appointments, per type of appointment that you have. More and more, we want to be able to provide you guys all the visibility and all the information that you guys need to be able to operate and streamline operations. So that's always our goal. And hopefully these two features together will help you guys accomplish that. No questions, I think, or comments
Yeah, no,
specifically
no
on
questions
the.
in chat or anything. I did put two links in there, one to the community and then also to the direct link to the webinar. So you guys can go in there
Perfect.
and look at past webinars, those recordings, and also register for the upcoming webinars.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna open up that webinars page just so that you guys can see it. So we have a whole page with all of our webinars that have been conducted so far. So you guys can just come in here, explore the recordings and see if there's anything that you guys want to learn more from, access those past webinars, and learn more about these things. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Tyler, and thank you everyone that joined this webinar. You guys always have contact with us through Beamer or What's New session on the product. This leads to directly to us and our team internally. So use this feature to bring in new ideas and to have full visibility of our roadmap and the next features that we'll be bringing into Opendock. So use the comment section, upvote ideas and things that we've been sharing here to let us know how important they're going to be for you guys. If you guys are excited about the new features coming up, and submit your own ideas of things that you want to see on the product as well. So make use of that as well to have direct communication with our product and engineering team.
Oh, hey, Ju, sorry, you did have a question come up.
Yep.
Can you review where we can update slash add the items that are clickable for the grid?
Yes. So let's go back to the settings real quick. Warehouses, select the warehouse, settings, and then custom appointments grid. Once you click here, you're going to be seeing the list of all of your appointment fields. And those are the ones that you can reorder and reorganize. In the case of my facility, I have tags, pallet count, carrier company name, the start time of the appointment, the reference number, confirmation number, doc name, load type. This is a combination of the custom appointment fields with all the other appointment information. And what you can do is just select the ones that you want to see on the tile, unselect the ones that you don't want to see on a tile and you want to clean up the view. Use the arrows to drag them up and down in order of how you want to see them on the tiles. So if I move carrier company up top, carrier company is the first information I'm going to see. If I move tags up top, tags are the first information. Save settings at the end, go back to your appointment grids and then see the changes being applied. So tags up top, it's kind of how I'm seeing it now.
And they're
Hope
also
that answers the
asking,
question.
yeah, they're also asking where you can edit those on the list. So I'm guessing the appointment fields.
Okay, so the appointment fields can be edited. Again, going to warehouse, fields and forms. All the fields that you guys see on that list, whatever is customizable is this list right here. So create a new field, adds a new field that's going to be either required for warehouse, hidden from carrier scheduling, or internal to warehouse users, or required for carriers. You guys can play around or move around these toggles. If it's required for warehouse, it means that if it's a warehouse user creating an appointment, this is going to be a mandatory field. If it's hidden from carrier scheduling, this means that it's an internal field, not going to be seen from schedulers scheduling appointments. And if it's required for carriers, it's going to be required or mandatory for carriers. You create a label for the field, a description that is optional, and then that creates a set of fields. Whenever someone is scheduling an appointment as a warehouse user, as a carrier user scheduling on the carrier portal, they're going to be seeing these fields. BOL, pallet count, special handling instructions are the one that I created. Each facility can create their own. I hope that answers the question. Anything else popping up in there, guys? We have
That's it so
5 more
far.
minutes. All good?
I think so. Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week, everyone. And don't hesitate to reach out to us either through the What's New session or check out our community articles, okay? Thank you so much.